Wow, how time flies. August 30th. Boy, I tell you what, this summer just flew by. Saturday is the 1st of September. Small game season opens up here in Iowa. Rabbit, squirrel, and it's just amazing. Now last time this spring was April 5th, we were down here applying 6-24-24 on these clover fields, and this year is going to be a real testimonial to perennial fields. With the lack of ag crops that you've seen in my previous videos, the wildlife are really going to come in here on these perennials, especially the clover. But it's going to hold its own. Now, I mowed this last week before we had a good inch rain, and so it's had a good inch of rain on it since I mowed it. And we're going to walk over here and just take a walkabout, see what condition the clover is. Like I say, I got it mowed just prior to a rain, and it needed mowed. And as we look across this, it's pretty much well weed free, and got a real good strong growth of clover in it. And that's what we wanted. Now I'm going to pan down here and show you how tall the forage is right now. Now we're looking at a good 6 inches, or 6.5, but it's basically 6 inches tall throughout here. And it's really important to get this fertilized, because with all the rain that we had this spring after April 5th and the growing season, it's really, we've had almost 5 inches of rain here in August this month. Tomorrow will be the last day. But as you can see, this is pretty much weed free, and the deer will flock to this throughout the whole year. But we're 6 inches tall. I wouldn't mind seeing it be another 6 inches tall by fall, because I won't mow it again. But we got to get the 6-24-24 on there. I wish I could get a 0-24-24, but I guess I could have the co-op make it, but it would cost more money. But 6-24-24 is real low in nitrogen, and but an excellent crop. And like I say, this year it's really going to be put to the test. And as dry as it was this year, I don't know how many tons of forage these clover fields produced, but like I say, the lack of beans that's around me, this was probably the highest protein source they could get with these clover fields of mine, and I know they're going to find them in the fall. So we're going to crank some 6-24-24 on again. And like I say, that would have been April, May, June, July, August. That was 5 months ago when we last fertilized this. So you want to at least fertilize your perennials at least twice a year. I mean, well, you don't want to. That's what you need to fertilize it once in the spring to get it going, and then once in the fall to take it on into the, to the fall. So let's get to putting the fertilizer on. Notice that rust on there. Some of these bolts are rusty. The wheels still move because I lubricated everything when I put it up. But it's really essential. That nitrogen and that phosphorus, or just fertilizer in general, is highly corrosive. And it's got this little linkage here rusted up. Also put that rock salt on in the winter. But you got to keep the maintenance, because the last thing you want to do is want to run this little spreader and it be all rusted up from last time. So the last time we used it was April 5th, and we cleaned it all up, and that's really essential, and it'll get cleaned up again when we get done, because that rust is really aggressive. Well, we're going to put on, this is right at a ½ acre, so we're going to go a little over a ½ acre, so we're going to go with 100 pounds on there. Yeah, a little tech tip for your helper. Um, you may want to just go with 25 pounds in your hopper instead of 50, because that ground is awful rough when you get out there pushing those wheels. So it's better to make 2 trips on a bag. You got a 50-pound bag. You get a better, well, it doesn't tax you quite as bad, and you get you can push the cart better without so many bumps. So I would advise, especially if you got smooth ground, that's one thing, but when you got just the field, you're better off to go with, like, fill the hopper half full with 25 pounds and then refill it. That way you can actually push it with less effort. Now I'm going to show you something. Yeah, the nice thing about doing this late evening is you're not in the intense sun, number one. You're shadowed up, and the forage is had all day long to dry. You want it dry. You don't want that granular fertilizer clinging to it. That's what will, if it clings to it because it's moist, then that'll cause it to burn and discolor, possibly do damage to your forage. So late afternoon, this is like 4 o'clock, to me is the best time. And another thing I want to show you while we're talking here is you can see for yourself, we had ample sunshine up there where it was all clear. So we got plenty of sunshine down on this plot, and now it's shaded up. And that really is a protective value, especially if it's hot and dry. You don't need any more evaporation. Now, as I say hot and dry, we'll come down here and I'll show you. Right there, there's moisture. Right there, there's moisture. We can make a mud ball. And that's what clover is so excellent. But there's no, it had plenty of sun, early morning sun, and if it was really, really hot, it would be excellent for it to get out of the sun, some. So, but you do got to have enough sun. Like I say, you can see the tops of there. Big old vulture up there somewhere. Anyhow, must think I'm dead meat. But anyway, this is August 30th. It's out of the sun, and usually August is one of the hottest months. So it takes the stress off your forage because it don't need any more sun. That's, obvious. So, well, like I say, load your hopper half full if you got 50 pounds. Only put 25 pounds in it. It'll push a lot easier across the rough ground. Here's another little item I'd like to share with you. A lot of you people are going out west or going up north, hunting high altitudes, physical. And your hunt is going to come down to how good a shape you're in. I'm 69 years old, and I can hold my own in this rat race of life. But here's the tip. This respirator, when you put this on, and you're exercising by pushing your spreader, if you have trouble breathing down here in Iowa with this on, laboring, that's telling you you're not in very good shape. Because when you get up at 10, 11,000 feet, you're going to be gasping for air. Now, I'm going to push this up there. Like I said, I'm going to put 25 pounds in it because I found out the 50-pound bag, when you dump it all in there, it's really jittery and bumpy, and you're having to stop, and you're not getting the best distribution of your fertilizer. So if the 25 pounds in there, I can go pretty fast. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this up, put the respirator on, and go for a walk. And then I'm going to come back at the end of that walk after I push it up there and back, and you can see, hopefully you'll hear my heart rate. Here it is right now. And I can talk, and you're not laboring. But that's going to change when we put this respirator on and we start pushing that spreader. So let's see how it plays out. Okay, here we go on our journey. Okay, we are a little winded, but recover weight quite fast. And like I say, proof plotting is an excellent way to keep in shape for big game hunts. Deer hunting, relevantly a piece of cake. You walk out, waddle out, drive out. Most people now are getting where they want to drive out to their tree, kaibo, and climb up in the fiberglass. Real hunting, my friend, ain't nothing like that. And if you're going to pay top dollar for an out-of-state hunt, big game hunt such as moose, I'll be 22 days from now, I'll be in Canadian bush. And your hunt's only going to be as good as what you bring to the table. And like I said, that little respirator thing, I was moving out pretty fast. And so that's a good test. You want to put this on, see how restrictive your area is, and see how fast you can recover. Because if it takes you a half an hour or something, you're in bad shape. Unfortunately, I had a friend like that years ago that went caribou hunting with me. And he openly admitted that he wasn't in good enough shape, but that's a long ways from home to find that out. So physical fitness, big game hunting, and deer hunting are two different things, or three different things altogether. I mean, that's the nice thing about deer hunting. If there is a nice thing, it's pretty equal across the board. Most gender and most physical condition people can do it, which is a good thing. I'm not down on that, but if you're going to take the time and the money to go on one of these big hunts, you better be in as good a shape as you can possibly be. That way you can say you did your best. Well, let's get to spreading the rest of this on. Well, riding up here to the alpha rack plot, I bumped two yearling fawns still with spots on them. I couldn't get them on camera because the camera was in the case. I wish you could smell what I smell right now. There's something dead up here. Just wham. I got sort of a northeast-east wind coming from in the timber there. And like I say, the smell meter is off the chart. Oh, I don't know what it is, but I did see that vulture. Turkey vulture up in the sky down on the bottom. I thought I'd smell it down there if there was something dead, but it definitely something up here on this hill. I'm not going to go look for it. I mean, let's venture on down and see what happens. See nothing. Like I said, I ain't gonna go. Uh-oh. Live time. There's a belly. Well, could be a buck. We'll get off and go look. Well, it's about 20 yards from the trail, whatever it is. Probably a buck. They said that EHD was down here because it was so dry in Clark County. But usually you'll find those dead bucks by the water. Had Matthew Jensen's blind right there a few years back. Oh man, this is unbelievable. I've got a tree stand right there too. Oh, I hope that ain't a buck. I don't know what it is. Like I said, I seen, oh man, it sure is rancid. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Let's see if it's a buck. Oh, death. Oh man. Uh-oh. It's not a buck. Could have been Mama Doe. Like I said, I seen. No, it's not a button buck. It's definitely a doe. Doesn't have the plumbing of a buck either. Maybe that's why those two yearlings were running by themselves. When I go back out, I'll have the camera on. Maybe I can pick them up. Oh, what a mess. And like I said, right there is a ladder. Died right at the foot of a tree. Oh, well, I'm getting out of here. I have no idea if it was EHD or, but the coyotes didn't bring it down. Oh, death in the woods, 365, 24 hours, 365. That smell is overwhelming. I gotta get out of here. Find neutral. Right up here, we're probably only 40 yards from the alpha rack. Wouldn't have found that. Something was weird when I seen those two babies, but that's normal. Usually the doe will split. But if that's the mama, she split for permanently. Here was the alpha rack. I mowed this last week also before the rain. Yeah, it's beautiful. But what I just seen was really ugly. Yeah, that alpha rack grew in pretty good. Let's get the fertilizer on it too. Remember, 25 pounds out of a 50 pound make that a lot easier to push. So we'll get to pushing it on. Yep, carrying these bags around. Got them up to the field. This is a piece of moose meat. Might as well get used to packing it out, because there again, physical condition comes into so much play. If you can't carry 50 pounds on your back to and fro, you're going to have a tough time elk hunting, moose hunting, caribou hunting, mule deer hunting, as far as that goes. Anything in the high plains. This respirator and just plain physical labor sure comes in handy. There's half the bag in there. We're going to push it up that way. Couple deep breaths. Good to go. But just trying to demonstrate how you can get a little exercise, kill two birds with one stone. Not only fertilizing your food plots, but also exercising your thoracic cavity or your lungs, your legs, the whole 9 yards. So things to keep in mind when you're doing food plots. Ain't all about killing. Well, as the sun's going down, we got our stuff fertilized, and keep the camera out. Maybe I can, unfortunately, film those 2 yearling deer, if that's its mama laying up there dead. So when we ride out, I'll have the camera on all the time. So if it happens, you'll see it live time. Respirator. Just broke the tab. Anyway, that really does wonder for a workout. Oh, here we go. We'll have the camera running so you're going to hear the bike. But that way, if we see the 2 fawns, we can get them right then, live time. So, might as well get started. Okay, got her started. Now we're going to get turned around and run the camera all the way back out of here. Get this on wide angle. Well, I don't know what brought that doe down, but it's amazing how even in the off season you can locate things just by being observant. We were directly downwind of that horrific smell of death. Like I say, it lays right over in there. So let's see if Mama left its babies unattended up here. Oh, there's that smell again. Boy, wherever that scent drifts in, phew. It's amazing. I found that from the trail, because I was not going to go walking around in all that poison ivy, poison oak, and no, that ain't happening. But we didn't have to. Could see it from the trail. I don't know what its demise was, but right in here is where that smell is horrific. And right back over in there, we're straight east of it now, or straight west of it, with an east breeze. Phew. Man, oh man, well, maybe we'll see a doe or the babies. They were quite a ways from here, but right there. Well, I found one. Of course, no, that one don't look like it. That one doesn't have any spots on it. That's not the one. The one I was looking for had 2 of them had spots on them. That has no spots on it. So that's not the deer. That's a different deer. Really hard to do this, riding with one hand and the sun right in your face. Pretty hard to get that game warden down there on a holiday weekend, Labor Day, so I'll call them in and see if what they think. Oh, Ben, you never know where those 2 yearlings were. Keep the camera on. And that's really cool. Look at all those caterpillars. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe some of you subscribers. Look at those. Just unbelievable. It's just crawling with caterpillars. Whew, I don't know whether that's good or bad. Man, oh man. This is a hedge apple, hedge tree. But I'll tell you what. Look at that. That's why I don't go walking in the deep woods. Man, they encapsulated all those leaves. I don't know what that's all about. Don't know everything. New one on me.